All right. So, as the morning comes, you all gather up with Castellan Varrock's uh, cavalry. Uh, it's about 5,000 riders or so. Not a huge force. He's not willing to sort of abandon everything, but it's also all the horses that he has. Uh, and you set out to go to the defense of Fort Kerguard. Uh, which one of you guys feels like you can ride a horse?
Nope.
I can.
I mean,
I mean, I
Go ahead and make
probably
Merrick
handling
can't.
has
checks if you want to.
animal
You don't
handling.
need you. It doesn't matter for you. You run as fast as a horse. You're fine. You dirt and scrap are Gucci.
Like, does somebody need to be riding?
Could I ride Robin instead?
No, I cannot.
I mean, you can at any point summon your steed to use.
I would like to do this.
All right, you summon Rosin. Oh, he comes out. He is still not in his Kirin form. He is a large, very beautiful, but still normal-looking, besides the size stag, with great resplendent horns and such. And he sees you, and he's like, "Oh, Your Highness! Oh, Your Highness! Finally! Do you need my aid?"
Yes, we're riding forward, and I also wanted to check on you.
Oh no, I have recovered from the terrible ordeal, but I was starting to wonder when you were going to require my assistance again.
You just
Are
seem
we
like
are we
complete
finally
unleashed.
returning home?
No, we're going this way. And I point where
Why?
the horses are largely. I actually am not. Alina, why are we going this way?
We're gonna fight some gnolls.
We're gonna fight some gnolls. Heroically.
Huzzah, but I shall crush them with my hooves.
Yes.
I have hooves now. This is quite distressing.
Why is that?
I feel like I am diminished and need much more time to recover, but until then, what might I have as at your beck and call, Your Highness?
Oh, it's glad to have you. Rosin, this is Alina. This is Abel, Phelan, Gus, Big Gus, Princess Amelia, Marrow, Dirt, Scrap. I'm pointing at all of them.
Hello, 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 and he gives everybody a little, bow. Very polite, very proper. Yeah, you ride him. Lena is on a horse. Abel, Phelan, do you guys feel like you are capable of riding horses?
I mean, I probably
Yes.
trained in it. Yeah.
I've never done it before, but
Okay. Both you two and Alina go ahead and give me an animal handling check.
I already did, and it was bad, so
It was
I'm
bad?
not gonna do it.
Okay. All right. You're good. So Abel and you're not good. All right. Yep. Abel, very adept at riding horse. His dressage training was impeccable.
I also realized I turned this to a cell.
You did what?
There's drawings everywhere. You not see them?
Nope.
Oh, I hate that.
Henry?
I'll need to figure out how to turn that off.
I forgot.
So Alina, you are not having a very good time with this horse. One of the captains of the cavalry sees that and assigns you a sort of like halfling assistant rider. You guys
It's
would
so
know
fucked up because my story involves a horse.
Yeah.
Involves me being cavalry. That's
Yeah.
so fucked up.
And you would know that this is something common for like knights who aren't the greatest or like want to do other things in combat. Will have like a halfling who is trained to drive the horse basically while the knight does their things on the back. So you are given assistance, and if any of the other three people who are riding horses would like that, you can be assigned to halfling. So, you head out at a blistering pace in the morning as far as armies go, as it is purely a cavalry regiment, and they are not bringing many supplies, as it is a relatively short ride in urgent need. You travel across the plains for, let's see, that's 8. What am I doing here? That's 8. minus 20. For two days, which is most of the supplies that the cavalry packed on them. There are some supplies trailing behind, but you have greatly outpaced them. You arrive on the morning of the third day within sight of Fort Kerguard. It is in the distance, and before you see the gnolls, you smell the gnolls. You guys are downwind from you. Marrow, you've been smelling them for the past day. Everybody else, though, as you get close enough, the stench of just blood and rotting flesh and just animal dander and stuff, just the stink of this army is thick on the wind. As you crest a hill quite a distance from the keep, you can see them in front of you, a veritable tide of brown canine bodies, a mixture of the hyenas and the gnolls. And as you look at them, there appear to be some mountains of this just brown fur making their way towards the distant walls of Fort Kerguard. But as these mountains move, you realize these are some form of massive siege beasts that are bearing down on the walls. You will reach them by about afternoon. There are far too many of you to make a silent approach, especially since scouts you've tried to intercept what scouts you can, but this is not a possible stealth attack with the numbers and the speed at which you are traveling. But you will come down just after noon as basically the Rohirrim arriving in the midst of a siege. We are going to do a combat here, but we are going to do it in... Nope, wrong one. There we go. We are going to do it in a slightly... Oh, was that 6K? Should I modify that down for realistic sake?
I mean, yeah, we can come up with a different number later, but
yeah,
6,000. The actual host of the Rohirrim was 6,000, which was basically like an entire country trying to put together a host.
Okay, probably more like 1,000 then. 1,000.
1,000 is much more reasonable to have on hand.
Okay, 1,000. It is 1,000 horsemen.
That's still impressive.
Okay, good. So yeah, 1,000 horsemen. All right. Can everybody see this map?
I'm sure I will shortly.
No.
I don't think I have a token with vision.
Nope. It's all blank.
Oh, yeah, that's certainly what happened.
I put a token of myself down, and I'm in a wall. And I'm stuck. I might need help.
I'm blind. Blind.
Well, don't put yourselves down.
All right.
No, you should be able to...
Scared.
Wait, somebody is on the wrong map. Parth is on the wrong map.
There's nothing. Kerguard Keep, walls of something?
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Pull the scene.
Oh.
Pull the scene.
Cannot put scenes until resources finish something.
You better finish those resources.
The thing went away before I could even see what was going on.
Excuses.
All right, can you guys see this?
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to see to reload, maybe?
I wish I hadn't.
Maybe.
Fucking hiccups.
You got the hiccups?
I got the hiccups.
The hiccup.
Nope. No.
Why is
There we
that
go.
humming?
Yeah, it just like
here?
refused to load, but we've already established that Foundry hates Firefox.
Weird. Okay, so because I didn't want to clutter this up with too many tokens, just to make everything unreadable because there's so many things going on, this whole field in front of the keep is just covered in gnolls, and you guys have 1,000 horsemen at your back. Just imagine that they are there for the purposes of this. Over in the right corner, there is a token with a health bar. This represents, in abstract, the fighting power of the Gnoll army. The first turn of this will be you guys charging and engaging the army, catching them from behind. You will be able to do whatever you want to do with however much prep time you need before that to do a big opening salvo. So that's that. Once you have engaged, or at the end of that, you need to choose if you are staying at range, in which case you can only use abilities that have a range of 100 feet, or if you are engaging one of the siege beasts directly. While you are, after the first turn, while you are fighting the army either from at range or engaged with one of the siege beasts like directly in melee, there will be a cacophony of activity around you. Gnolls will be trying to kill you, knights will be trying to protect you. Any abilities that you have that trigger off of being attacked, being hit, being attacked and missed, something dying within a certain range of you, all of those things are going to be triggering whenever you want to use your reaction. Just at will. Whenever you have a reaction, whenever you want to do it, that happens.
Question.
Mhm.
I have an ability that lets me move 5 feet every time I missed, and it doesn't.
We're
take an
abstracting
action.
movement as well, so
Okay.
don't worry about
Never mind
that. But if it gives you resources, you get those
It
resources.
does give me a resource, but only once per round.
That's the important thing.
Yeah.
The Parth, don't roll for ferocity after.
You knew what I was gonna ask.
Yep. Starting on the first turn, roll for ferocity 1d4 plus 1, whatever. Every turn after that, once you're fully engaged, 15 ferocity per turn.
I can't do it. 1d4
Okay.
plus 1,000.
Well, no, you
fucked up.
don't roll just 1d4 plus 4 because you'll be getting ferocity as you charge in.
Yeah.
But after that, it's just 15 ferocity per turn. Don't even roll. That will also always trigger the rampage thing. The rampage, if it triggers, you get to choose who it goes to, so that's so that's fine. But you will need to try and, unless you want to be rampaging every turn, you will need to be trying to roll to avoid that, or you can just do it. So whatever you want, but 15
Go
per
ahead
turn.
and rampage every turn.
I mean, there's no I have the ability to control the rampage, so it doesn't matter if I rampage or not.
But it spends all your ferocity, and you might want to use other things. Okay, so there's that. Starting on that turn when you're engaged, you will need, at the start of your turn, you will make a con save to see how much damage you take. 0 to 10, you will take 12 damage. 10 to 15, you'll take 8. 15 to 20, you'll take 4. 20 and above, you'll take no damage. This represents the miscellaneous fight going on around you, affecting you in some way. So being in this fight will gradually wear you down. Wearing down the enemy army will reduce this damage over time. The way that the army can be worn down is either you can direct your attack against it directly. Attacks automatically hit, no rolls, no crits, automatically hit. Anything that is a save, that the army automatically fails. The army is immune to any conditions and does not take any vulnerabilities or resistances. And they will only take an instance of an AoE damage once.
What do you mean?
If there's a fireball, you roll the fireball damage, it takes that damage. It doesn't take fireball damage times 20.
Ah, okay.
Because it's just an abstract amount of the health. If you attack one of the siege beasts and you hit it with a spell or an ability that has an AoE function, the siege beast still has AC saves, all that sort of stuff. But if you hit it with an AoE, the army will automatically also take the damage, so you can cleave the beasts. If you decide to be if you decide to fight the army at ranged, you'll be limited to only 100 feet spells, but you will have advantage on the Constitution save at the start of your turn to determine damage. These siege beasts are going to slowly be making their way towards the walls. Every turn that they are not engaged, they will move one step closer to the wall. When they hit the wall, they will destroy it. When when somebody is engaged with a beast, the beast will turn its attention towards those people and towards those characters and start attacking them. The end goal here is to try to kill all of the beasts before they destroy the walls to save the keep. You can choose at the start of your turn if you want to be at range or engaging one of the beasts specifically. The beasts are far enough apart that you can't engage two of them at the same time with any abilities, but you can freely choose which beast to move to in the heat of battle. You're riding horses, you're very fast. If you decide to go from the leftmost beast to the rightmost beast, perfectly fine. We're hand-waving movement. Are there any questions?
Is it like per person choosing whether they're staying at range, or is it like if one person goes in, we're all... Okay.
Per person. There are some of you who probably want to be at range. There are some of you who range is worthless. So.
Can I get the rules written? Because I'm very tired, and I'm going to be honest with you, did not intake any of that.
Ask me as we go.
So you said the way the AoE works. So with... Okay, so we're not working on real numbers here. So like, if I'm attacking with ferocity and it hits, then it's automatically just the 15 ferocity. It's just the 15 damage added to
the beasts
right?
all have separate health pools. The army has health pools. All the numbers matter. It's
but
just
there's
if
no,
you're...
like, they're not minions, so it's not like if it like kills 3 in an attack.
Oh yeah, it's
right?
abstract.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can probably assume any attack you do is killing like a bunch of gnolls.
Do our summons count for distracting the beasts from moving forward? So like, could Eilina put her echo on one? And
you can certainly try.
Okay. Or like have
Alina's echo can only be 30 feet from her.
Okay.
So
well, Dirt's like Dirt and Scrap.
Dirt and Scrap can. Yeah.
I'm trying to think about...
I don't think we should try to stop all of them. I think if we do like 2 out of 3, there's 4.
Yeah, so I want to just clarify the lose condition here. So if any of them reach the wall, that's the loss, or do...
Reaching the city will have consequences. It's not necessarily a loss because you can still deal with the consequences, but the clear win condition is beating the army with the walls still intact.
Okay, but if the siege beasts all die, then the army can't get in.
Yes, then the walls remain intact, and the Gnoll army will, being pincered, probably disperse. From what you guys all know about what Alina knows about fighting Gnolls.
Okay. Because yeah.
Does like you said that the power... Hold on. Okay. The power scale of the army is separate from the siege beast. So even if you kill a siege beast, it doesn't necessarily pull down the power scale of the army.
Yes.
Okay.
And the army is also... Defeating the army is not the objective. Defeating the army will just make what the army is doing to you different. The army is basically a lair action. That as you kill the army, the lair actions will get easier.
Okay. I just had to make sure I understood that it wasn't just... Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I'd say we try and focus down the siege beasts as quickly as possible, because once we beat them, then then that's it. Like, reducing the army to 0 hit points doesn't actually matter, and so we can just cleave onto it to try and reduce the damage, but our main focus should be on defeating the siege beasts, and we probably want to try and keep them from moving for as long as possible, but focus damage on one. So my thinking is we try and put one person on, or one tank basically on 3 of the siege beasts, and then focus on the 4th. um, with everything else, and then just move down the line, basically. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yep.
Yep.
So the question is, I mean, it doesn't really matter which one we focus first, so we can just go left to right. Or
I
well,
much prefer right to left.
let me also clarify. So the siege beasts that are in the middle, do they have to get to the inner wall, or is it when they get
Inner
here?
wall. They're all equidistant.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So it
How many
really doesn't matter.
how many turns is that?
Before they actually hit.
That'll be a fun thing to figure out.
Well, you said they take one step forward each time.
Okay.
And they. Oh, it's in a weird. It's doing 2.5 feet. So they get to there. 45. What's 45? Oh, they remove the squares. That was actually useful.
Well, yeah.
That's
They still have the squares, but only when you're dragging tokens.
okay. So I think that's 9 turns, assuming that they move 1 square per turn.
Okay.
So what we could do is we could try and just focus down 1 really quickly, and only delay the other ones after that one's down. We also don't know if they move, if there's something that will cause them to move faster though. So like I'm leery of just letting them go unmolested.
I wonder if there's something like if they're gonna be super tanky though. That's the only fear is like if we try to burst down one and then it's like, oh, actually they have 400 million health.
Well, I mean,
But I guess there's no option, right? You have to kill them.
we have to go through all of that health anyway. The question is
Yeah.
how do we get through it, right? And we can't cleave between them. So like what I could do, so like Abel could go on 1 and give his attacks to somebody who's on another one, so that way he's basically just distracting it.
In terms of buffs, assume that all the beasts are 100 feet apart. In terms of helping other groups.
Right. I'm trying to remember, because my battlefield presence is. We went over this.
I believe it's people who can like see or hear you, and my question is, do you think that people 100 feet away in a like chaotic battle are going to be able to hear you?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's certainly a valid question.
No.
Let's see.
I will say the default is no. If you can come up with something clever to justify it, then I'm open to suggestions.
Can you attack from range? Like, you might not have to be 100 feet, right? Because even if you're engaging the bees, you can still be engaging from like, what, 30 feet away? And then you're only 70 feet from the other people.
I think in order to stop them from moving, I think you do have to engage them in melee, right?
We're not really worrying about those kinds of distances because things are going to be shifting constantly. So measuring things by like 10 feet increments doesn't really make sense.
What I'm saying is you saying 100 feet away, but if one person's ranged, like if he's here, he can still be engaging this guy.
Yeah, I'm just saying as like a rule of thumb. Rule of thumb.
So then it's like, well, maybe 100 feet's too far, but what about 70 feet? Can you hear somebody at 70 feet to allow the other team over here?
If you're standing in between the two groups, but then you're not really engaging either of the beasts. Like engaging means you are up there in its. Do they have faces in its whatever the fuck its front is? Like annoying it. So.
See, so they just have to. They can do it if they can see me. So if there's some way that I can make it so they can see me. if I'm visible, then that also works. They could see me from 100 feet away.
Yeah.
And I could get like a horn. You know, like yeah.
Fair. I'm leaving it. If you feel like you can think of a way to make that make sense, I will leave that to you. Which is the cruelest thing a DM can do.
Right.
Yes, but only if you feel good about it.
Do we have a flag?
I think Marrow's ears are good enough to hear that distance.
I mean, can I get one of those banners on my back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Far can
Or like a
people
big flag,
hear?
you know, on the back of my horse.
Yeah, just be signaling with flags while you're running around the thing. Sure. Yeah. If
yeah.
that feels good to you.
I mean, I feel like it's thematic, yeah.
Yeah.
Waving the flag. Okay. So I can at least like try and distract one while you guys are dealing with the one next to me and still be contributing my DPS to it. Then
if there are any other questions, feel free to ask. Once you think you're confident to start, just roll initiative, and once everybody's rolled, we'll get it started. But yeah.
I definitely have time to give everybody inspiring leader. So
oh yeah.
So 12 temporary hit points to all of the party. And then other question, is the princess going to be represented in this battle? Or is she just
she is hanging very far back.
Okay. I think I'm gonna give her my 12 temporary, my extra 12 temporary hit points anyway.
Okay.
Just in case.
All right.
So just the 5 main characters.
Yeah,
No
she is close enough to take credit for if you guys are successful in saving the fort, but not like in the thick of things.
Right.
So
she's not gonna be taking like turn damage.
No.
Okay.
You can assume that a lot of other knights are going to be dying constantly around you, but the named characters, unless they're specifically on the field, don't worry about it at the moment.
Okay. I guess I can give all the pets my 5 temporary hit points for entering combat. So I'll do that. I'll give Scrap, Dirt, and
Oh, and I need to put Rosin on the field. My apologies.
And Rosin, because they can start within 5 feet of me. So I'll give them all 5 temporary hit points to start. And then...
Do we get temp HP?
Yeah, 12. Marrow gets 12, Scrap and Dirt will each get 5.
Okay, I'm gonna do a long rest just to make, because we would have a long rest.
You would have had a long rest, yes.
Okay, just to make sure I've got everything. I don't always do things at the end of the game. How much did Scrap and Dirt get?
5 each.
6, 5. Okay.
Yeah. And so my thinking is I can tank the close one, and then if we could send Scrap and Dirt to distract the other 2, and just try and have, like, I don't know if how you feel about that, having them do they have to be within a certain radius of you? I don't think they do they?
No.
They're very well trained.
Yeah. So just having them distracted, or we can just...
I don't know about, hold on, let me see. I don't know if Ferocity has a thing.
Yeah. Oh, with preventing them from rampaging. I mean, what we could also do is we could always just start with all of you on the left one, and then see how fast they move, and that we can shift into delay mode if we need to.
Okay, so they just have to be within 60 feet of me for like abilities.
Okay, so they are better if you are.
Yeah,
together.
with the way these are distance, then they'll need to be.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's fine.
So,
we can go. I can like actually, if we do Marrow and everybody else on one of them, then between the rest of you guys, you can do 2. And then we'll deal with the third one, or the last one. Whoever finishes first or something.
Well, the idea is to try and concentrate our fire to reduce incoming damage,
That's true.
right? Because they only attack us if we're engaging them directly. So
Yep.
if we can.
Oh yeah, duh.
So actually, yeah. So let's start focusing all on the left so that it can attack the whole party basically. And then if we need to delay, we can dispatch myself, Dirt, or Scrap as we think it's necessary to go and slow down the other three if we can't kill the first one quickly.
Because we can stop them like right before they hit the wall if we need to delay.
That would be
Like
ideal.
we'll have more than obviously one turn to stop them. Hopefully.
Yeah.
That'd be evil if not.
Turbo siege beast.
Right.
Imagine the siege beasts have dirt level move speed.
Yeah. Am I correct in assuming that basically what you're gonna do is at the start of each of their turns, if they're not engaged, you'll move them one square forward?
That will be the default.
Okay.
There are times for the Knoll army to also do other things to make things interesting, but that is the default.
Okay. So yeah, so let's start out. We'll all focus on the left one, I guess. And then we'll distract the others as they become an issue.
Let me see.
Vagabond, how we feeling?
Huh?
Ready for battle.
Yep. I'm just aim me and
I mean,
fire.
You told me that you had an energy drink. Just saying.
No, I said I have an energy for Al to try.
Oh.
I don't drink energy late. Won't go to bed. But the downside of that is I'm evil.
So something like fire breath wouldn't be very effective because they only take damage once.
The army is still taking the damage from it, so it would cleave both the army and the beast.
And I'd say don't try and hold back. Start with big things first.
Well, that's the thing about having a ferocity base is that the first turn is nothing.
That's true. Well, I mean, you're going to be full up on ferocity basically immediately, right?
Yeah. Like after the first turn, we'll be good.
But I mean, I'm talking any resources you have, just blow through them as fast as possible. Yeah. This is a sprint.
Alright. Marrow, just looking for a initiative roll from you.
Oh, I forgot we needed to do that. Okay, hold on. I hate this new menu. I'm too stupid for this.
Alright. So, Abel, you are first up with the charge.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna charge into. Yeah, I'll charge in. Do I want to go into melee? I think I do want to go into melee, just because. So I'm gonna charge into melee with the one on the left. Do you want me to just move my token up next to it?
Yep.
Okay. Nope. Can I? There we go. Whee!
Just casual.
So we'll come up here.
Your first turn as you're charging in, you can't attack the beast directly, but you can engage with it. So whatever attack you're doing against the army.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give both my attacks away. So.
Okay.
I am going to give one attack to. I'm assuming that Phelan is going to be casting spells and not attacking for the first few turns at least.
That does sound like me, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I'm going to give Galahadrin and Marrow each an extra attack. And then for my bonus
Oh, boy.
action, do I have anything? I don't know that I actually have any commands that help at the very beginning. No. So actually, I can just attack as a bonus action. So we're gonna do that. So we will just attack with the dancing knife. This is a dex attack.
The add-on that automatically does things is currently broken since the update, so you will need to manually click attack and damage in the chat window.
Ew.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and roll damage.
Does it? Oh, it doesn't actually roll
Nope.
my.
Yep.
Okay, that's what you meant. I was like,
Yep.
it's working just fine for
Nope.
me. So 1d6 plus 4 because it's a dex attack.
Well, there's a damage button, so
Where's the damage button?
on the dancing knife, so there's attack and damage. In the chat window, there's attack and damage. Not for you?
Oh, there it is. Okay. It's a normal. Okay, so I guess 8 damage to the army for my bonus action.
Alright. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Alright, the Null armies are staggered as you crash into their line. Phelan. What are you
I was muted.
using as your opening salvo?
So, how far away do I have to be before I can cast spells?
It's either 100 feet or engaged in with one of the siege beasts.
Okay. And how far apart are the siege beasts?
You cannot cleave them. They're at least 100 feet apart.
That's what I need. 100 feet.
Yep.
Okay.
You can cleave onto the army though. Like it only counts as one extra thing.
My question was,
yeah.
Can I use jumping jolt and hit all of them? But that's too fucking far.
It will automatically hit the army once.
Yeah,
but you can't hit you can't hit all 4 of the siege beasts. No.
Yeah. So once you get in range, you could hit the army and then hit them with the second hit, which would be good.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean we can do that.
Okay. What are you doing for your first round as you the riders crash into the army and you let out whatever salvo you have?
What is a salvo? Just like my opener?
Yeah. What's your opener against the army as everybody crashes into it?
We all know what the opener is.
Yeah.
We're gonna cast fireball.
Okay. Go ahead and just roll damage. They are gonna automatically fail any save that you do.
What is the damage for fireball?
You can just roll the fireball and it'll. I'm just saying if it gives you an option, yeah, just roll save, and I think save also does damage. But if you have an option, just roll damage. Yep. So just hit the damage.
Roll it.
Hey. All right. And then, are you going to be at ranged or engaging one of the things?
Am I supposed to engage with you, Jack, or?
You don't need to, because there's going to be plenty of other people as well.
So if you're staying at range, just stay around that tree, and you can just live there.
This is my buddy the tree.
Yep. All right. And then from this point on, as you guys crashing in, there are gnolls who are trying very much to get at you, even though you're keeping your distance with your sort of rider and with your horse and whatever knights have been assigned to protect you. So there will constantly be dead things within range for you to use your reaction on, starting now. So, all right, Marrow.
Hey. We're going in. Let me get my dogs. Oh my god. Alright, hold on, we'll get there eventually.
Come on over.
They're running. Okay. Is this thing too big to be flanked? Are we I mean, for the
It
sake
is
of-
too. Yes, it is too big to be flanked. It does
okay,
not
for the
care.
sake of, we're just gonna leave them in this configuration.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said I can't attack yet, right?
You can attack the army. You cannot attack the siege beast yet.
Oh, okay, we'll do that then.
Yep.
Hello, where are my abilities? Normal. I don't want to have to do this for everyone. Why isn't it automatically
It's
going?
because it's broken.
Okay.
So
I was
two.
like, "Oh, wow."
Yep. So just roll the damage. You're automatically hitting the army. So just roll the damage.
I don't know. I'm
Yep.
just doing. I either have to press normal or.
Yep. That's fine. But then
Whatever.
up in the chat thing, there's the. You know what? I can just.
I'm not doing. It brings up a pop up that says normal advantage, and when I press that, it rolls the. Oh, is that just the hit?
That is
Okay,
just
so
the hit.
the number it's showing. Okay,
Is the
I
2 hit.
understand now.
Yep. All right.
Okay, I was like, it's doing it. It's showing me a number.
And remember,
Nope. And I just did it.
Marrow gets an
yeah.
extra bite attack as well, because I gave
Yeah.
them an attack.
So. There we go.
And then
Actually.
Are you all engaging the same one, or are you spreading your dogs?
I think we're engaging
We'll
the
all
same
engage
one for
the same one, but actually for scrap, no, never mind. Okay, because like something that cleaves, even if it only hits 2 creatures, I can't hit the army twice.
Yes.
Okay.
The
That's
army
fine.
are all minions, so.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep. All right, Alina.
Right. Guess I'm just making my way downtown. At a pace.
Yep. Ooh.
Just an attack against the army, correct?
Yep. And just go ahead and roll damage since you will automatically hit them.
Target them. Where are they?
It doesn't. The targeting doesn't matter. That add-on's broken.
But it wouldn't let me even roll it.
Right.
And then I missed all of your explanations of where.
Just roll damage. There you go.
Only one, or do I get my full attack?
Yeah, you get all your attacks. Yep.
There's so many. I like that. I touched too many. I touched too many things. Bit. Here we are.
Wait, do you get who did you give the other extra attack to?
Galhadron.
Okay, all right, so it's just 2. Okay, so we're good there. All right, and you're engaging the same one as everybody else.
That was, I think, the plan.
Yep.
All right, Galahadron.
Alright, I tell Rosin to not think about all the mortality or to charge forward. How do I... Oh, it just takes forever.
Also, Phelan, what are you doing with Big Gus? Or are you even summoning Big Gus?
I have not summoned Big Gus yet.
Okay, he is up there if you need him.
Attaboy.
Did it roll it 3 times?
Well, they will hit the army regardless, so I need 3 damage hits.
Oh, you need me to click normal. Normal. Sort of an upsetting amount of carnage sort of compressed together.
It is, yeah, they are minions. If you're using Midday's Glare, you are cutting these gnolls down. And even the ones that, unless you specifically tell the soldiers around you not to, if you knock any gnoll out, then there are other soldiers who are going to be trying to coup de grace them.
Yeah,
Like, this is just the nature of this warfare.
I am not certain this is now the time to practice uh uh dueling without killing people.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Alright. We are at the top of the round. Thur, I'm going to need a Constitution save. Tika, if you are, while you are engaged in a beast, if any one of your allies makes a Constitution save for this damage, you may use your reaction to give them advantage on it. Only counts if you're both engaged the same beast.
Well, she's going upstairs, so.
Let her know when she gets back.
Yeah. Okay, Constitution, saving throw, normal. Ouch.
Yep. That is 9 damage. You guys have with this charge, you have driven a big hole in the Gnoll army that they are faltering a bit, but they are still hefty. So 9 damage on that.
Okay, didn't break through my temp
Oh, wow,
HP.
The army took a lot of HP, actually.
You guys, yeah, it was the first charge of a cavalry thing is huge. The problem is that now that you're not forced to focus on them, they're still pretty beefy.
Yeah.
So.
So I am going to use my main action to give Galahadrin, and I'll actually we'll switch it up and give Eilina an extra attack. So Galahadrin and Eilina. And then on my bonus action, I am going to attack the army, and then I can also spend a command die to attack a second target. So I'm going to attack the Siege Beast.
All right. I will also say, there's enough things you can attack the army as many times as there's enough targets where you can just machine gun that if you feel like it. Is that a good use of your resources? Up to you.
Okay. Well, so at what point does an attack missing me trigger happen?
Whenever you want.
Oh, okay. In that case, could I have spent a command die last round to have also attacked the army twice with my dagger?
Sure.
Okay. So I will spend 1 for last round, and because then we'll say it has to be at the end of my turn. That makes sense. So we'll say I spent 1 last round. I'll spend another 1 this round. Yeah, so that'll be 3 total attacks. The 1 I get for free, the 2 that I spent, and over the course of the 2 rounds I'll have regained 2 leadership dice, so I'll still be at full. So I'm going to make those 3 attacks now. I am going to direct 1 at this first one is going to be at the Siege Beast, though.
Okay. You will need to make the roll for that. So.
Yep. Nope. All right.
No.
And then these 2 damage rolls are for my other knife attacks. So 11 damage to the horde.
Alright. Alright, anything else?
That's action, bonus, and I don't want to move just yet, so we're good.
Alright. The Gnoll army. Those 3 are going to advance. This guy is going to see that all these new things have suddenly popped up around it that are actually hurting it compared to the defenders on the wall and the knights. It is going to turn around and it is just going to run around in a circle, attempting to stomp on everyone that's engaged with it. So, Galahadrin?
Yes. I would. I'd like to do my protection reaction, please.
Okay. 14's gonna miss you. Who are you using your protection for?
Which of us has the lowest AC?
They're attacking Abel next.
Okay. That one gets disadvantage.
Again, because it doesn't let me. All right. Lena.
Oof.
So let me roll the damage on that. That is 9 damage, and you need to make a strength save on there. You are not knocked prone. If you are knocked prone at the start of your turn, then you will have disadvantage on the con save to avoid damage. Alright, and then I'm going to go 1 on Marrow, that's going to miss. I'm going to go 1 on Dirt, that's going to hit. Dirt, can we get a strength save? Dirt's fine. Alright, and then 1 on Scrap. That's going to miss. And then 1 on Rosin. Almost forgot Rosin. 14 damage on Rosin, and Rosin needs to make a strength save.
Alright. Let's see. We're using the Warhorse stats, right?
It is, you should be able to double click on the token, and you own the token. So,
Okay.
if that doesn't work, let me know, and I'll be the one to do it, and I'll figure out a way to fix it for next session.
Oh dear.
Rosin is knocked prone, so Rosin will have disadvantage on their Constitution save.
Oh. Alright.
Alright. And that is the army. Phelan, let's get that con save with advantage, because you're at range.
Excellent. Saving throw. Advantage. Oh, fuck off.
That is 9 damage.
Okay. As we said, I'm going to shoot Jumping Jolt into the army and then bounce it over to that big guy.
Okay. What is the range on Jumping Jolt? Just baseline.
Jumping Jolt's range is 60 feet.
You cannot target a siege beast with it.
Okay. Then I can either move in or
You know
choose
what?
something.
No, you can. It's Jumping Jolt. You can jump from the army to the siege beast. I'll allow that.
Cool.
That makes sense. You can use them as a yeah. Yep. So go ahead, and the first one's just gonna hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
Normal damage. Not
And
the
then
best 4d12 could do.
Yep. And then the second one rolled a hit against a siege beast. Are you attacking the same one as everyone else?
Yes.
All right.
Normal? Is that the to hit?
That hits.
Yes. And then I'll need to roll damage again. That smells like I could just click this again. Nope. Alright, fine. We'll just do it this way.
Hey. All right. Yeah, it leaps. It basically passes through the army just like this circuit of electricity, frying knolls until it hits the beast and just blasts into its side and leaves a big searing scorch mark on it as it bellows in pain.
And then I will, presumably the things we're fighting have some intelligence, so I will take a point back.
Yes.
And heal for 4. Well, I can't heal because I didn't actually take any hit points yet. Okay.
All right. Marrow.
Okay. So I'm not using this. I just need to see. Oh, how do I figure out my PB? Like, is this as
Proficiency
taking?
bonus?
Yeah.
Oh, your proficiency bonus is on your character sheet. It's underneath your portrait. There's initiative, movement speed, and proficiency bonus. It's currently
Okay.
+3.
Okay. I don't think this will do more damage. 2 ferocity. That
You
would
do
only
need to
be
roll for the
8
rampage at the start of
damage.
your turn, though.
So I'm getting. You said I'm just getting 15.
You're just getting 15 flat, but that puts you into a rampage.
Yeah, the rampage just gives me damage on the attack.
It also makes it so you must use your pet has to use their attack. They can't use any of their other variety of features.
Looking at Scrap. Dirt's the one that rampages, right? Or do both
They
of them
both
rampage?
rampage. They both rampage.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And only one of them gets the bonus, which is
okay.
half the ferocity. So
Okay. No, it was full ferocity,
it
right?
it is half. I double checked the rule. If we've been doing it as full, that is my mistake.
How come I can't see view item? Is that it? Okay. What does it say? Where does it say the damage? I think you changed this. I think you edited it to say half.
I'm looking at the PDF.
I think you changed it and because you wanted to nerf me. Okay. So Dirt's gonna rampage.
Okay. Are they attacking the army or the beast?
Beast.
All right. They need to roll to attack on the beast still.
Okay. Dirt doesn't do anything.
No. Is Scrap also rampaging?
Yeah, he has to.
Okay. Yep. He hits, so he will deal half your ferocity. So roll the damage.
Why doesn't it? There we go. What's
Right,
whatever
and-
half of 15 is.
Round down, that'd be 7. And then
Mara
your
gets 2
ferocity
attacks.
drops to 4 because you have a class feature. So
Okay.
you still
And
have 4
Mara-
ferocity left, and then yeah.
Mara gets the normal attack. It gets the charge attack and then the normal attack.
Yep.
Hello, where's my attack set? Thank you.
That hits. That hits.
Okay.
It is very upset by all this pain that it is now unexpectedly feeling.
Me in high school.
Because when it gets over a 10, can I choose? Because it wasn't meant for multiple pets. Can I choose to have one rampage and one not?
If you succeed on the animal handling check, I will still let you allow one of them to rampage.
Okay.
The rampaging is
all...
rampaging is meant to be a detriment for most people who use the class. You are the subclass that benefits from rampaging, so you have the choice is a bit weirder for you. But you,
because the only thing that I would want is to potentially use some ferocity for Scrap. But even if he rampages, he'll use up all the ferocity anyway. No, because if Dirt rampages and I have the 4 left after them, that's enough for Scrap to do what I want him to do. Okay.
okay.
So I just need 2 for that. Okay, sorry, I'm good now.
Yep, no worries. All right, Alina.
Let's go. Yeah. I hate that it's
As a crit, Oh wait, is that a crit? No, that's not a crit. It's just a hit. Why is it doing? I hate this sometimes.
If I were to leave this beast, would I? It would get an opportunity attack, or are we doing
No,
that?
we're not worrying about those at the moment.
Okay.
That hits. Yeah, would you like to move to a different beast with after making the attacks?
Yes, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry for interrupting your turn. I just.
Oh, you're all good. I'm just rolling. I'm gonna be honest. Just rolling dice.
Okay.
And then I do have the third attack. And then do we want me to move to the last beast as well?
I think we're still trying to focus this one down.
I don't know if it's getting focused down so much.
It is bloodied.
If you've got Unleash Incarnation.
Oh, bad.
That misses.
I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
Wait. So like my regular fighting ability, could I like action surge?
Yeah.
Or like, because I also have unleash.
Yeah. You can do whatever you. This is aside from a few differences. This is normal combat. Use whatever abilities you have. That hits. Alright, action surging.
Again.
That misses. That hits. Alright, as you let through this flurry of blows, now that the beast is bloodied and enraged, it is going to use its reaction to make a goring charge against you.
J-vibin. That's less J-vibin.
Can I use my protection paladin?
You have already done that.
Are you sure it didn't come back around to me?
Your turn is next.
Oh.
That is 15 damage. Yep. Alright. Galahadran, it is now your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna hit this twice. You said I just need to roll damage because
if you're attacking the siege beast, you do need to roll to attack.
Oh, alright, well then a 25.
Which you just did.
And then another 25.
Yep, that hits.
And I would like to smite at a second level.
Alright. You will deal an extra die of smite damage to this thing. As
Okay.
it is there's something about it that is clearly demonic.
And then I will take my third attack that I have.
Abel, who did you give attacks to?
Me.
To Eilina and Galahadran.
Okay. Oh, and Meryl got the rampage attack. Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. So many attacks.
And then, can Rosin stand up now?
Yeah, and also I forgot that, guys, I forgot to do the things. Rosin can stand up, but he needs to make his save with disadvantage.
All
so
right.
he needs to make a constitution save with disadvantage.
You got it. Rats. What happened?
He takes 9 damage.
All right.
You need to make a con save just straight.
All right. Back to my character sheet.
Also, for future reference, Abel, with the mounted combat rules that MCDM had in their like Arcadia magazine, mounts start with 20 temporary HP. So, in terms of
neat.
choosing who to give stuff to,
Yeah, don't need to give any to Razin.
nope.
Can Razin make their own attacks on Galahadrin's turn as well?
They certainly can. We just need to get the saves out of the way.
Saving throw.
Alright, you succeed, you take no damage. And then, Alina, I'm going to need a con saving throw from you if you didn't do one. I don't think you did.
I did not.
And then Dirt, Marrow, and Scrap all need to make one as well.
What are we? Oh, con save.
Alina, you take 3 damage.
I just do that?
Marrow, you take 9 damage, and then Dirt and Scrap need to make saves as well.
Rosin, get him with your hooves.
There you go, Rosin hits. Dirt takes 3 damage. And Scrap takes no damage. Okay, awesome. Yep, Rosin hits him with his hooves. You've used your attacks and all that stuff. Anything else?
No, it was a good rally. From being knocked down. That's my
Yep.
turn.
The Siege Beast is bleeding profusely and is just terribly wounded from your assault. Abel.
Okay, I'm gonna continue giving attacks. Well, I need to make a con save first, right? First thing. Saving throw. Normal. Ugh. Oh, well.
9.
9 damage to me?
Yep.
Ouch. So I'm gonna go ahead and give attacks to... Yeah, it doesn't matter because everybody goes after the army anyway. Eilina and Galahadrin again. And then I get to make my bonus action attack. I'm gonna spend a total of 2. So I will get 3 attacks because I get 1 normally. And I'll make 1 against the beast and 2 against the army. And I'll get 1 back, so I'll end up -1.
Okay.
Yeah. So, let's do... This is a dex attack again. So we'll just do the 1 versus the beast first.
That hits.
Okay. So 8 damage to the beast.
That sort of... Describe how this strike is what kills this massive beast with your little dagger.
Achilles tendon? No, I think it's something funnier than that. I mean, I think it's gonna be just like chasing him, right? Because it's rampaging, and he's got his banner, and he's running away. He's leading it on a merry chase, and he ducks as a hail of arrows come over his head, and just just something hits it in the eye or something.
Okay.
Finishes it off.
As it's sort of chasing you, it opens its face is this 2 large tusks that have been, it looks like a small battering rams have been capped on the ends of and then nailed in place. But in between these tusks and these like face tusks as well, there is just this big vertical maw of teeth surrounded by tentacles that have been like lashing people and pulling them into its mouth. And as it rounds on you and screams and opens this big vertical mouth, a rain of arrows from the cavalry just embed itself into the back of its throat, and it falls over with a crash, crushing a few gnolls and knights with it, and dies.
Okay, and then I get 2 attacks on the horde. 6. So a total of 13 damage to the horde. And I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and move myself. Can I go?
You can move to any one of the beasts.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if I want to engage one of the beasts just yet, or if I want to wait.
I moved to the other beast so that at the start of their turn, they will be engaged with my guys.
Yeah. All right. Well, I can go and I can ride across. Well, actually, I want to be giving people attacks, so I'm gonna come hang out with Phelan. Kind of
Ooh,
back for
hey
a
buddy.
bit. I got one.
Nice.
All right. Anything else?
That is movement, action, and bonus, so I'm good.
The army of this one beast is going to move up. These other two, one of them, the one that is only engaged with Scrap, is going to try to gore Scrap. Believe that hits.
Yeah,
So
like
15 damage on Scrap, and then is there not a? Oh yeah, so 15 damage on Scrap, and then it is then going to gore Scrap, and then is going to tongue Scrap.
Ayo?
Space tentacles leaks out and tries to wrap itself around Scrap. That was a 12, I believe that misses.
Yeah.
All right. The other one is going to try to gore Marrow. It's 24 on Marrow.
Dirt gets a free hit.
Yep.
That fucking stupid.
Dirt recites his dissertation.
Okay, 24 damage.
Yep.
No.
24 damage.
Bro.
On Marrow.
Yeah.
These are massive beasts.
Okay.
I know you guys clowned on one of them.
Stand up for me, Dirt.
And then Dirt is going to get tongued.
Some dogs get all the fun.
Dirt takes 16 slashing damage from the tongue. And the pulling and stuff doesn't matter. If you were fighting this thing on its lonesome, he has a lot of like push back and pull in moves for like battlefield manipulation, but at this point, not really. And then now that one of the beasts has been slain, the Knoll armies are consolidating around the other two and driving any that are not engaged forward a bit faster. All right. Phelan, let's get that con save with advantage.
Holla.
All right. That is 6 damage.
Can't believe I'm bleeding now.
Your own blood, too. God.
I know, right? Disgusting. I'm gonna launch a fire blizzle.
Which are you targeting? One of the siege beasts?
Yes. I was gonna actually target Alina.
Okay.
Oh, okay
Sure,
then.
do that.
You may, if you wish.
Do you not have another jumping jolt?
I do. My reaction only gives me one thigh point back at a time, and jumping jolt takes 3. So I'm gonna. That's a losing battle.
He's supercharged, but there's still limits.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and roll damage. And that's just how
Roll
much.
that beautiful bean footage.
Hey, all right, so just flat damage on the army. And then the beast, let's see how dexterous they are. Not very.
Good.
Anything else?
That will do me.
Marrow, I need con saves from all three of you. Marrow? Are you with us?
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you.
Parth in the room with us today.
I'm.
Are you less in the room
Sometimes-
than usual?
Sometimes you disassociate listening to 30 seconds of a Shiny song.
Okay.
I feel that.
I didn't know I was
feel
singing in
that.
Chinese,
relate.
but go ahead and make those 3 con saves
Why am I making a con save?
for the army that is trying to kill you.
Oh, because we're doing it at the
Because
beginning
the
of our turn.
DM
It's the
told
beginning
you
of your
to.
turn. There's so many nulls. Alright, Marrow takes no damage.
Think you better than us.
Dirt takes 9 damage. And Scrap takes no damage. This is really the Earth mode for Marrow.
Okay. So. If I have. If I have Scrap Dodge, that just means that there's a disadvantage against him from the thing's attacks, right?
If his attacks, I'll also yes, yeah.
So I could just have Scrap dodging but still being engaged.
Yeah, you do have to make that animal handling to see if he rampages or not.
That's right. Okay.
And the DC should be 19, because you had 4 from last turn and you just gained 15.
Okay.
Okay.
So Scrap's not gonna rampage. That way, when Dirt dies, I'll still have another dog.
Okay.
The question is, listen, I know we need to kill these guys. What if I just kill the army real quick? How much did they take from you guys? What was it? Did they just take 25 from Phelan? Is that all the damage that they've
No.
had this round?
Looks like the army's at about half health so far.
Okay.
They take full damage from like the AoEs because they, no saves, no AC. That's the other thing too. If you have an attack that you really want to hit and you don't want to have to risk, missing, then you can just throw it on the army.
I think Dirt's gonna attack the army.
Could you?
Huh.
Does because you have Gobbling Bite, right? That heals Dirt if it hits.
I could just use the. It's not. It only heals for like 2. I would just eat the 15 or whatever as healing.
Oh, okay. I thought Gobbling
Gobbling Bite is useless at this point in time because I have a skill that lets him heal.
Oh, okay.
But he got damage for more than what.
He was hit pretty hard, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, it is 3 damage, or it is 3 healing for Gobbling Bite, not 2, but...
It's insignificant
Yes.
when I can
Yeah.
just do the other thing. Because I can heal Dirt, or I can just...
I will say Gobbling Bite does also, it gives you advantage on the hit, and yeah. So,
Okay.
that's the benefit for Gobbling Bite. It gives you advantage and a little bit of healing.
I'm just thinking, if you are getting 15 ferocity every turn. That could be 15 healing. That's pretty good.
True. But then he doesn't hit the army for 400 damage.
If you can hit the army for 400 damage, please do so.
Okay, we're gonna do that.
Okay.
10 plus 19.
It is half of your ferocity, not full ferocity.
Well, then let's do.
Would you rather hit the siege beast?
No, we'll heal then. Let's heal for 19.
Okay. Still 10 damage versus the army, so.
And then since I didn't rampage, I only get one attack.
Oh yeah,
It's
that
not-
hits. And then Scrap still has whatever. Is Scrap just dodging?
Yeah, Scrap's dodging.
Alright.
That way he can still be engaged, but not get fucking. Because it applies to both attacks, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, since he's like solo tanking this thing. Okay.
Alina.
What is the run situation?
You can move to any of them freely with your movement once per turn.
You have to do the con save too.
I can get
I
that
will also
one.
say, oh yeah, con save as well. I will also say, Marrow, that you use your bonus action to command Scrap to attack. Dodging doesn't take your bonus action. Dodge is just the default if they get no orders. So if you have something that's a bonus action that you'd like to use, you can do it. I don't know what that is.
I don't
but
think I have bonus actions other than.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I'm just letting you know if it ever
Yeah.
comes up.
Eilina, I can distract that one if you want to focus on the one Mero is working on.
Whee!
Oh,
And-
wait.
and you
okay,
take-
I did attack,
And you
okay.
take no damage because you passed the save.
No,
So.
healing dirt is my bonus action. Okay,
Oh, okay, cool. There you go.
that's what it is.
Nice. That works out.
Bet.
All right, go ahead and make the attack. That
Okay.
misses. That hits.
And then I got an extra one, right?
That's right.
That hits.
And then I'm gonna unleash my inhibitions. I'm gonna feel the rain on my skin. No one else can feel
Well, he's
it.
feeling it.
Only he can let my blade in.
I also, I kind of assumed this, just because you guys done it, but you are using one of Phelan's weapons, correct?
Yeah.
All good. All right. Anything else?
Don't you all have magic weapons at this point?
Not one that I'll use.
Well, hers was stolen.
Hmm.
All right. Anything else? Alina?
Do I have? I just
I
sort
don't know.
of
Do you have a
unleash.
bonus action? I don't know.
Ah, beans. I should have done this at the beginning. On a radiant.
You can retroactively say you did. Yeah. How much
It
extra
does-
damage is it?
No.
Equals your proficiency bonus, so an extra 3 damage.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. And Galahadrins get con saves for you and Rosin.
Yeah, Adrian, it's your turn.
Okay, let's see. We've got one down. Are we separating now into
No,
just the second one?
well, first you need to do con saves.
On saves. Of course. Let's see. Saving throw, normal. That's bad.
Alright, you take 9 damage.
Okay, and then Rosin, he'll open up his thing. Oh, it is already open. Normal. Okay.
And Rosin takes 9 damage.
Oh, great. Right. Now we're free to move about the cabin, right?
You are.
Okay. Let's
So
see.
if
How
you
close?
focus on the leftmost one, I can get the rightmost one.
All right, I'll do that. I'll focus on this.
I also gave you an extra attack. And
Okay.
Rosin can charge, right?
Rosin can charge. Attack. He's attacking.
That hits.
And I am also attacking. Normal.
That hits.
Damage.
Smite.
I would like
That
to
is a
smite
crit.
on this.
Alright.
I would smite on this. So roll 8d8. And then the third attack. And
That hits.
damage.
Alright. Anything else?
No, just really hacking at its toes.
Alright, the end of that turn, as you have bloodied it severely, it is going to vengefully lash out at you and try to gore you, Galahadron.
Oh, good. Ah, that hits. That also hits.
19 damage.
Oh, 19 damage. Yes. I know what is happening.
Alright, Abel. Con save with advantage.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Well,
Yep, that's 9 damage there.
ouch. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like a drive-by command, as I'm going over to this other siege beast over here. I'm gonna give my attacks to Marrow and Eilina.
Okay.
Because I suspect Galahadron will want to lay on hands on their turn. That's my action. I come over here. Actually, do I want to bonus action? I think it. Yeah, and so we'll then. This could be bad if I end up getting hit hard. I think we'll might have to. Actually, what we're going to do is instead of giving them attacks, we're going to put a rallying mark with 2d6 on this one, just to make sure that it dies quickly. And then we're going to use our main action to dodge.
Okay. Okay, so action on that, are there any attacks handed out, or is it just, like, which...
No, I can't hand out attacks.
Okay.
And, because I use my bonus action, I guess, can I double mark something? I don't think so. Or I think so. So, because I get a free d6, I can put on something when I dodge, in addition to the 2d6 I just spent.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna put all 3d6 on that one right there.
I will say this thing is big enough that I will allow it.
Okay.
In the regular course of things, probably not, but this is chaotic enough, sure.
Yeah. I mean, or I
Right.
could put one on that and one on the army.
Yeah, you can
If
put
you
one on the army
prefer.
if you'd like.
All right, we'll put 2d6 on the big guy and 1d6 on the army. We
Alright.
spent a total of 2d6. We get one at the end of our turn, so that means we are at 5 currently. And we are dodging next to the big guy.
Anything else?
So action to dodge, bonus to target, movement to distract this guy. I think I'm good.
We are going to, as the Null Army comes out, they cannot advance. We are going to start from the right and work our way to the left. So Abel.
That
Is that it?
misses.
That misses. Alright, tongue time.
I use my bracer to deflect it.
Oh, he goes for the tongue. You deny him. Oh, those should be a disadvantage too. So sorry about that.
No, yeah.
I will say, yeah, let's roll.
I mean, I don't think I
another.
have any other reactions I could use. So
Okay, yeah, because you're not banking on. All right, and then on scrap, 14 on scrap, I believe misses, and a 13 on scrap, I believe misses. All right, now for the people who aren't dodging. We are going to first stomp on Rosin.
All right.
That is.
Those both hit.
The 22 of. Are you doing the protection thing for Rosin?
Yes, I would love to do that.
Okay, so let me roll again. Does a 15 hit?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, so
that
the
rolls with
18 is
advantage
damage.
for some reason.
Oh, all right. Ignore that. Oh, it was a 1, so just ignore that. It misses.
Amazing.
And then a stomp on Galahadron.
All right. That hits me.
14, and then let's do that save to see if you're prone.
Very strong. Not a problem.
You're good. All right. Stomp on Marrow. Miss. Stomp on Dirt. Believe that's a hit.
Yeah.
So Dirt takes 11, and then Dirt needs to make a strength save.
Oh, I could just do that. Okay.
Yep.
Hold on. Sorry, I just got stung by a wasp, so.
Oh, that's terrible.
You're very calm.
And then a 13 against Alina, and that is going to miss. All right. For the Null Army, the bloodied siege beast is in pain, is running around trying to stomp you. It is looking around for ways to replenish its health. Its tongue is going to lash out. One of its tendrils, but is not trying to kill you guys, is lashing out randomly at both the gnolls and the knights around it, grabbing them, and what you can only describe as it is not eating them, it is wrapping the tendrils around them, and they're convulsing, and some sort of light of existence is fading from themselves, and their souls are being torn from their bodies, and they heal for 11.
Surely the armor on our knights makes it more difficult for it to do that.
It is eating more gnolls than it is knights, because there's more around, but it is still consuming the souls of the things on the battlefield.
Like when you eat Captain Crunch, you know?
But less painful.
Yes.
Alright, Phelan, let's get that con save with advantage. Alright, you take 6.
Very well.
Oh, sorry. No, sorry, you take 3. You take 3.
Okay. I'm assuming that means that that the next attack on him does really well.
Does an extra 2d6, yeah.
Well, then I suppose we should let's do a jumping jolt, actually.
Roll the first damage for the army.
And then
I marked as an
this
extra
one
6
4.
to it, and Phelan heals for 6.
Oh, thank you. Normal. Does a 15 hit the big guy?
15 does hit the big guy.
That's what we love to see. And then I will take my point. Oh, I need to roll that, don't I?
And you heal another 3 from the other mark.
So 3, 5, 11.
The hit point's going to where it's sorely needed.
Yeah, I realized as I was looking at the initiative order, I was like, maybe I should have put my rallying mark on this guy.
Maybe. Alright, anything else?
Nope, that'll do me.
Alright, Marrow. Let us get con saves from your dogs.
Hold on. Is this? Aha. Okay. I had to go find antihistamines. It's been like 7 years
I
since
think
I've
it's
been
time
stung
for
by a wasp.
antihistamines.
You have an enviable amount of zen for somebody just stung by a wasp.
I mean, I
think
yelled and said, "Fuck."
It's less about Zen and more she's just constantly in a state of permanent irritation. So,
I mean, like, it sucks, but like, I don't know, things happen.
What are you gonna do?
I killed it, so I got my
There you go.
revenge.
justice has been done.
I mean,
Go ahead, make those con saves as soon as you've applied the antihistamines.
oh, it's just a pill. I don't have any physical.
Well, it's still applying.
I need
just,
like 2 seconds.
I will also say, Phelan, as you unleashed, go ahead and roll those while I narrate.
Yeah.
Phelan, as you unleashed that jumping jolt, it fried the army again, and it has been diminished once more.
Yeah, suck it.
So, Marrow, you take 8 damage. Oh, wait, no. You take 6 damage. Sorry, I did my math wrong. And then Dirt takes 2 damage, and Scrap takes 2 damage.
Okay, do I still have? Do I get back for ferocity after I rampage, right?
You didn't rampage last turn. You spent
Oh, I
it on
didn't
healing.
rampage. That's right. Duh.
Yep.
Okay.
So you're at 15.
And then Scrap takes 5
2.
or 2. Okay.
Dirt and Scrap both take 2, and you take 6.
Okay. All right. We are gonna rampage.
Okay, for both of them.
Yeah. No. Wait. Are there other people there? No. Scrap's still gonna, cause he can't attack and then also dodge, right?
No. So you will need to make the animal handling check, DC 15.
Okay. Sorry.
That is a bite, and that also misses.
No, the rampage is a signature attack, and then you add the rampage. Right?
The attack roll, I thought it was just to the damage. What you for Scrap to not rampage, you need to make an animal handling check. Let's do that.
Okay,
first.
I was doing Dirt's damage first.
Yes.
Okay.
Is Dirt attacking the army or the beast?
Well, he misses if he's attacking the beast, but I was intending for him to attack the beast, so we're gonna say he attacked the beast and missed.
Okay. And Scrap, you fail the check, so Scrap is also rampaging, so he can make an attack.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I did
That
it
hits.
again.
That's fine. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, so that'll be applied to the beast.
It'll be applied to Scrap's beast. But yeah.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Okay. And then you're at 15, so that's an additional 7. And now you're down to 4 for the ferocity, and then Marrow can do their reaction attack as well. So.
Yeah. Where? There they are. Okay. Sorry.
Yep,
It's instinct
that
to click
hits.
that. Oh, I need to because I'm attacking the beast. Duh. My god.
That hits as well. How is Marrow killing this beast? Would you like to describe how you
Soft,
kill it?
squishy underbelly.
Oh yeah, you just get up in there and just tear it apart from below, and then as it collapses, you emerge from underneath it, just covered in viscera.
It's like, you know that thing where somebody gets eaten by a shark and then they like, or like what is
Unfortunately,
it,
yeah.
Ron Perlman in Pacific Rim, where he like comes bursting out of that dead baby kaiju.
Yes,
That's what she's doing.
unfortunately, that does track.
And with that thing dead, you do have your movement left if you want to move to one of the other siege beasts.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
I mean, that's the end of the turn.
Yeah. And just once you do that, that's the end of your turn. Alina, let's go ahead and make a con save. That is going to be 6 damage.
I got this one handled if you want to
Alright.
focus on that one. Yeah, just keep.
Just making my way downtown.
Exactly.
That hits.
Was I given the extra attack again?
No.
No. That hits.
Each one at a time.
That hits. Alright. And then for one of those hits, you did the extra
It was
radiant
a
damage.
3.
Yep.
And then I might as well.
And I believe that also is going to heal. I believe that's going to heal everybody except for the dogs for 7 as well.
I'll be honest, I don't think I need 7.
Well, I can throw more knolls at you. Are you complaining?
No, I'm on. No, I'm on. I'm on.
All right. Anything else?
No, but I do need to go to bed, and I think Tika has already gone to bed.
We will.
If I heard that correct.
Oh, is Thurstika still there?
No, she was collapsing.
Okay. We will start with them. So, I will give them the 7 HP, and then we will come back to this next week. There we go. All right.